Hey guys, so the tables in Robbins and Cotran's pathologic basis of diseases are not just summaries. They are treasure troves of high yield information which are indispensable for mastering the concepts in pathology as well as acing all your competitive exams. So the first table that we're going to study about talks about the differences between two types of cell death, namely necrosis and apoptosis. The first point being the most important one, which is cell size. In necrosis, there is enlargement or swelling of the cell, whereas in apoptosis, there is reduction or shrinkage of the cell. The next point talks about the nucleus. In necrosis, three things happen to the nucleus. One is pycnosis, which is shrinkage, karyorrhexis, which is fragmentation of the nucleus, and finally karyolysis, which the name suggests is the dissolution of nucleus. In apoptosis, however, there is only fragmentation into nucleosome size fragments of the nucleus. Next is plasma membrane, in which necrosis it is disrupted, whereas in apoptosis the plasma membrane is intact. There is only alteration in the structure of the plasma membrane, especially the orientation of the lipids. Next, we'll talk about the cellular content. So, in necrosis, there is enzymatic digestion of the cellular content and they may leak out of the cell. In apoptosis, the cellular contents are intact and they may be released in apoptotic bodies. Next, really important point is adjacent inflammation, which is frequently seen in necrosis and it is absent in apoptosis. So, this is also a very important point. And finally, whether is it a physiological or a pathological process? So necrosis is usually a pathological process, whereas apoptosis is often physiological. It is a mean of eliminating unwanted cells by the body. All right. May be pathologic after some form of cell injury, especially DNA damage. So the most important points here are your cell size, what's happening to the nucleus, and whether the adjacent inflammation is present or absent.